Hey VC, how's it going? Here's Chris from Germany with a little update, and I just want to let you know what I spun the last couple of days. Actually, until yesterday evening, until my cartridge broke, where the needle broke from my Ortophon 2M Black, and yes, it's a bummer. I mean, it had far over 1,000 hours running time. It was a couple of years old now. I bought it used a couple of years ago, so I'm not sure when the replacement should have taken place anyway. So I really have to decide what to do now. But yeah, anyways, I have a stack of some eclectic stuff that I recently played and purchased. And yeah, let's start off. First one is a triple LP in very decent shape, and I got it for a very good price at a local store. And this one is from Ricardo Villalobos. It's a techno album called Alcachofa, and this pressing is kind of rare. It's on the German Playhouse Records, and the special thing about Ricardo Villalobos is that he did not allow to put anything of his stuff online, so you can't stream any records by him. You only buy it on vinyl or even CD, but even the CD is very, very expensive. So this is a very good record, having some huge hits on it for when it comes to techno music, at least. Then I got a new disc, was arriving last week. Look at this cover, it's awesome, and the sleeve quality is awesome. It's Massive Attack versus Mad Professor Part 2. It's the dub versions of their album Mezzanine, or Mezzanine, I really don't know. And it's a very cool artwork. It replaces the two or three LP set that was set to release also on colored vinyl, which was canceled or delayed, or I think canceled. So now they've put all the dub mixes by Mad Professor on this wonderful pinkish, violetish vinyl. Very heavy, nice embossed labels here, and yeah, it's beautiful. Music is good. Awesome edition. Then I got this one a couple months ago, and this is a compilation. Lee Moses, very infamous soul R&B singer from back in the day. He only made one album, which was also reissued, and this one here it compiles all the singles and rarities, 1965 to 1972. Moderick 247 once showed his album a couple of years ago, and then I tried to find it. Wasn't able to get it here in Europe, and then I think this is done by Light in the Attic or Numer Group. I really don't know. Anyways, this is the special edition. It's also on colored vinyl, and it comes on this beautiful milky clear with pinkish, and it features the very rare track Bad Girl Part 1 and 2, which I think as a 45 or 7-inch single is very expensive. So it's just such a cool fact that all these rare records from back in the day find their way back on wax for decent prices, so that everybody can just obtain it. Highly recommend this and his album. Played something very old. This is from 2001. It's a label compilation, or it's a compilation series. This is number 2. It's called Städtism by the Berlin label Scape, which was run by Pole. And this is the 2nd edition, featuring some high quality electronic artists like Jan Jelinek, John Tejada, Process, System, Bus, Bernd Friedman, Sad Rockets, and Kid Clayton. So this is, how did they call that back in the day, 2001? Clicks and cuts, maybe. This is awesome, and it's very cheap, so if you ever find this, just take it with you. It's a double LP. Awesome. Especially that this Tame track and that Sad Rockets track. Very good. This was also a recommendation, or I saw this in somebody's feed on Instagram. So this is the Greg Foat group, and Greg Foat is, I think, a member of the Heliocentrics, and this is kind of a groovy jazz rock album. It's I think a repress because originals already go for big money. Dark is the Sun, and this is on the fabulous UK Jazzman label. It has kind of a glossy cover. I can't see it. Okay. All right, then we have, there's something special. It's not my favorite format. In fact, I only own a handful of 10 inches. But this one would be my favorite 10-inch and one of my favorite reggae albums of all time, or reggae dub albums, because this is Sugar Minott Dancehall Showcase Volume 2, and it combines the original songs with the dub versions, so it's in that running order. It's Informer, and then Informer dub, Genuine Lover, and then Genuine dub, and so on. And it's just fantastic. And this is the Wackies reissue, also Wackies German repress reissue label, from I think the mid 2000s, let me say 2004 or so. And I really don't know if you can get this right now, but I highly recommend this one, Sugar Minott. Should be able to stream this as well. Okay, next one, I think also a recommendation, Saba Ali Sadeh, Scattered Memories. It's a guy from Iran, I think. Composer, musician, and true master on the Iranian spike fiddle Kamanche. Okay, yeah, it's very traditional sounding, but perfectly blended with modern electronics. And if you like experimental music from the Middle East, then this is right up your alley. Saba Ali Sadeh, and the label is Kal Records, 2019. Okay, one of my favorite bands, all-time favorite bands, must be the Radio Department from Sweden. And they just released a compilation of 2 very early EPs, and that'll be pulling our weight. And this past week, and they called this I Don't Need Love, I've Got My Band. And this is the band's website exclusive on Clear, which I'm very happy to have here. If you don't know them, they have already, I think, 4 albums out. Vinyl is, I think it was repressed a couple of times, and it should be available, at least some of the of the albums. I just highly recommend this. It's just, I don't know, I wouldn't call it shoegaze. Maybe. Shoegaze. Pop. Very cool. Radio department. This is a very special record. I discovered this by accident. I can't remember when or where. And then I streamed it for many, many times and had it on my want list for a long time. Sheena Williams and his African Percussionists. And the album is called African Dances. It's a very rare Afro-funk disco record from Nigeria. I think originals go around 500 euros as of now. And then Mr. Bongo, that awesome reissue label, reissued this. And this one is the Vinyl Me Please exclusive in cooperation with Phonodisc, which is also the original label. I don't know. But it's on a wonderful color. That's what I wanted to tell. It's I had it in my basket for a long time, and then VMP, Vinyl Me Please, came up with this issue, and I purchased it right away. Awesome, Sheena Williams. It's repetitive, disco-ish sound, very long tracks. I think the A-side is like, I don't know, 15 minutes long or so. It's just awesome. This one might be of interest for some of you. Maybe some people know it. This is Roots Control Dread Western. It's a dub combo from New York, I guess. They were in the word sound cosmos in the mid-90s. I don't know if you remember. They had some really dope compilations. I think they were called Certified Dope or something. Certified Dope Volume 1, 2, 3, whatever. And they had people like Bill Laswell, Spectra, Prince Paul. I don't know. These kind of guys taking dub music to the next level. And I was looking for this one for a long time, and then a local store here in town had it for 20 bucks. So I said, okay, it's my chance. Roots Control, Dread Western, very cool album. Respect to King Tubby, Lee Perry and the Upsetters, Scientist, Augustus Pablo, Yabiyu, Bunny Lee, Joe Shaka, Sline Robbie, Prince Fari, Roots Radix, Studio One, and all our friends at people worldwide. So this is kind of modern dub music. Also very hard to come by digitally. It's not on any streaming platform. So then one special thing. Got this from Japan, and yes, it was very expensive. And it was totally worth it to spend that much money. I'm talking about Khruangbin and a Japan-only record which combines their first very rare and out-of-print EPs on Nighttime Stories. And I think they did this because they played Fuji Rock, which is, I think, a Japanese festival or so this summer. And for that, they released this vinyl only in Japan, and I purchased it via HMV online. And it was kind of expensive, including the shipping and tax and whatnot, but totally worth it. Sounds absolutely fantastic. And if you are a fan of Khruangbin's albums, here are all the rare tracks: A Calf, Born in Winter, which is super expensive, The Infamous Bill, and stuff. So 10 tracks in total. It's like a full album, and it's awesome. It's just some black vinyl, but it is absolutely fantastic. So that's it for today, I guess. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. If you like it, just give it a thumbs up, and hope to see you soon. Bye.